going on, everybody? Back with another Whispering video game collection video today. I'm going to be doing my Xbox 360 collection. These are the games I just have. I have a couple other random ones floating around that I was intent on selling, like FIFA Street and Civilization Revolution. I have a couple disc onlys where they're in a bin somewhere. These are the ones I had on the shelf, though, so I'll go with these. Start off with a couple Assassin's Creeds first. The first one is Assassin's Creed 3. So you play as Connor. Is it Connor Kenway? Pretty sure that's right. Does it say it on here? No. Your father is Hatham, the other guy you do use in this game briefly. And then your great-grandfather's Edward Kenway. Or your grandfather. It's just your grandfather. Alright, I'll get to that in a second. It's a cool game, though. It takes place during the Revolutionary War and stuff. Or just before it. The American colonies, 1775. Yeah. I like this game. Some people didn't like this one. It was a little glitchy from what I remember. I still enjoyed it, though, and you're always meeting historical figures in this. And, of course, not everything in these games is legit. Legit truths or whatever, but still fun. You get a lot of snow action in this one. It's a little more. I feel like the environment's a little more varied in this one, but there was some ship combat in here as well. Not a ton, but it became more. It was a little bit of it, and then obviously Black Flag. It was the kind of main thing, but I still like this one. Connor was a decent character. His father, Hatham, is a good one too, because he's part of the Templars. I can't even remember anymore. He's a bad guy. He's like one of those kind of. Maybe he isn't. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if he's one of those like tweeners. Maybe he started off as an assassin, then he moved to the Templars, or he was always a Templar. I forget. But yeah, it's a pretty solid one, honestly. And then here is Black Flag, which is this a 2-disc game too? Yes. This is probably my favorite of the Assassin's Creeds. I really do enjoy this game. It takes place in the Caribbean. 1 second. Sorry about that. I'm getting a little bit of a sore throat, and I had some tea before. The cup's still here. And I wanted to film it kind of right after finishing tea with honey and just get through the video without hopefully it starting to feel worse. I should have brought something else to drink, though, and I did not, so I'm going to have to power through. This one takes place in the Caribbean, 1715. You're Edward Kenway here. You were also an assassin. I don't know if he starts this one, though. Maybe he does. I completely forget on this one, too. You're coming across more real-life pirates in this one. A lot of the people that are on this mug. Who is in here that I can remember? Blackbeard's in here, obviously. Jack Rackham, I believe, is in here. I think he might be one of the ones that goes to the British side. Stede Bonnet, I'm pretty sure, shows up. Christopher Condon sounds familiar too. Thomas too, also. Some of them might not have been some, It's a cool game, though. It's a lot of boat combat. You're bouncing from kind of island to island in the Caribbean and stuff. So there's a lot of ship combat. There's ship stuff you can hunt and stuff while you're on the boat. You're going to the islands. You're doing your Assassin's Creed shit when you get to the islands. You're traversing across stuff and whatnot. But I really like this one. I like the ship combat. It works well. It's not an overly huge game world like Odyssey or Origins is. Apparently there's multiplayer in here. It's a lot of the same, but I really liked it. Assassin's Creed 4. Like I said, I can't remember a lot of these games, so I'm trying to go off memory as best I can. 007 Quantum of Solace. I sold GoldenEye Reloaded, and I sold Bloodstone. Just because I got Bloodstone at that. Did I do a gameplay of Bloodstone? I can't remember. That was a great game. That was third person with Daniel Craig doing the voice and likeness. I think he does the voice in this one too, and he does the voice in Reloaded. Reloaded I talked about, I just couldn't deal with it. I just did not like it. I think it was poor. It's worse than the original, which if you're doing a remake, you want it to be at least on par. And I think it's quite a bit worse than the freaking Nintendo 64 game. But, this one is also in first person, so it's following Quantum of Solace. It's a solid shooter. It's not spectacular, but it's pretty solid. I'm pretty sure I did gameplay on this one. But it was a pretty solid game. It's not that expensive either. Bloodstone also, so I got it for $8 at the Toy Busters here in Ashboro. And that was a great price. When I saw that price, it was complete. I was like, oh my god. I was looking for that game for a little bit, and I was like, it was like $20, $25 online. I'm like, $8, yes. And I decided to just sell it because I'm like, I'm not going to. I was collecting the Bond games, but I was like, you know what, I'm not going to play this again or anything. It's going to sit on the shelf. I mean, this one would too, but this one doesn't have the value, so. Still, it's a nice little first-person shooter. There's little other. I think there's little. You can do like little things in each level to get achievements and stuff as well, like little random things and stuff. But it's solid first-person shooter in the Bond universe. So you got your gadgets and stuff. I think you can do stealth action in here as well. There's a good disc rattle. Call of Duty World at War. This came from a church thrift store in Islip back in New York. I don't think I've ever completed this one. It's another World War II one. This is like the first one by Treyarch. Yes. This is, I don't know who's making them now, but back then it was Infinity Ward making, I think even the first and the second, and then the Modern Warfares. And then they would bounce back and forth. So they did World at War. And then I think Modern Warfare 2 came out, and then Black Ops came out, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops, they were bouncing. Each studio's doing was coming out year after year. This is like, I think some characters in this are in the first Black Ops at least. I could be wrong though. Maybe Gary Oldman's character, I don't know. Somebody obviously correct me on that. When I played it, it was cool. I just stopped playing it. But it is back at World War II in this one. I've lost interest in the Call of Duties over the years. I just don't. I still have some and I play them from time to time, but I'm not like hyped to get them. Like I remember, one sec again. Like I remember the Modern Warfare 2 super hyped for. Even Modern Warfare 3, even though it was great, wasn't that great? Wasn't overly hyped for World at War. I ended up playing what I played of it like years after it came out, I believe. And then Black Ops was definitely cool as shit. I think I got that around the time it came out. Condemned Criminal Origins. You see, look at the platinum. I should have grabbed an original Xbox one. The platinum hits for the Xbox 360 sucked. They had take up a ton of the fucking cover, and there's no spine. You don't get the spine artwork. Oh, what a downgrade. Like, it was awesome on the original Xbox, and it's like, on this one. But, and of course, I got this from a video game trading post in Bayshore for $8, and Silent Service on the NES for $4. But of course, GameStop put the sticker on the artwork. They used to do that a lot. But the video game trading post ended up with a lot of games from GameStop, either from trade-in or like, because they moved into the Bayshore Mall one, and then I think GameStop. No, the GameStop's across the street there, or it's in the same parking lot. It was the one in Sunrise Mall. The video game trading post when it opened Sunrise Mall, like completely obliterated the GameStop that was left in there. Like nobody gave a shit about that one anymore. It's weird. But Condemned Criminal Origins, awesome. I've done a gameplay on it. I've talked about it multiple times. It's a great game. You're Ethan Thomas here, FBI agent. You're investigating these murders and stuff. You lose your gun in the beginning from the killer, and then you're going through the town, and the homeless people and the vagrants and stuff are just acting like they're acting nuts. You find out why in the second one they're acting nuts. It's just a cool, gritty game. You're in the subway at one point. You're in like an abandoned department store. That's a creepy part where the mannequins are all like around you and stuff. Also, the end fight isn't just in a house. It's a creepy game. I don't know if you end up in. I don't think there's a school. It's been often building shit like that. It's a cool fucking game, dude. It's fantastic, man. There's light kind of forensic work where you're using your tools to like get footprints and stuff. They expand upon that in Bloodshot as well. Bloodshot, and it's very kind of, I think it's leaned towards a little bit in this one, but it gets supernatural in Bloodshot, which kind of takes away from it a little bit, but Bloodshot's still awesome. That is the one where the bear's chasing you through the cabin, the rabid bear. But this game is phenomenal. I like this one better. It's creepy. The combat is visceral, because you don't get guns a lot in this, because you lose yours in the beginning. You come across them from time to time, but it's a lot of ripping rebar and pipes and 2x4s and shit. And you're attacking, like, you use like hand-to-hand combat. It's well done in first person. It does have that like early shine on the characters in video, especially the Xbox game Cameo had this Perfect Dark Zero. It's almost like a sheen or like a shine over the characters. They almost look plasticky and doll-like. It's hard to explain. If you play the early Xbox 360 games, you know. Sorry about that. But a really cool game. Check this one out if you haven't. If you like horror games and you just like good games in general, FBI type games, serial killer stuff, it's worth it. This is not in alphabetical order here, as you can tell. Viva Pi, Trouble in Paradise. This one came from the Antiques and Geeks for $2. So it's just in a generic GameStop case. I didn't play much of this one. I played the first one. It was awesome. This one's good too. When I played, they added some new things in this one, but nothing crazy. It's made by Rare. It's a simulation game where you get these pinatas. They're like almost like animals, but they're pinatas. And you have your garden, and you gotta lure them in through certain methods, like things you gotta do to get them in. Then they're in. Then you get a male and a female. They mate. They have babies. You gotta deal with the things coming at. This is, I forget what they're called. They come in and try to get your stuff. You gotta whack them with your shovel. Some of them, I think, will fight and kill the other ones, and then they turn. You hear like, yay! You hear like children cheer, and like the candy and stuff comes out of them. It's a little dark, actually. It's a really cool game. It's cute. It's a good like simulation game, though. You gotta like figure out what you need to do for the pinatas. You're obviously getting more stuff. You're building little things in your garden and stuff. It's a cool game. They're both cool games. I didn't play a ton of this one, but the first one's awesome. This one is much the same, though. They added in a few little things, but I can't remember what. Dead Space 3. I like Dead Space 3. Better with Kinect sensor, apparently. I originally played this on the PS3, I think. I did replay it on the 360. I don't know where this one came from. I might have got it at a garage sale. I don't know. It's cool. It's not as good as the first two, but it did some cool stuff in this one to where it's almost a little open. Where you can like, oh, there's something going on at this derelict ship in space. Go over there and see if you can find stuff. Of course, what are they, necromorphs? What the fuck are they in this? Or in here, same awesome combat. You gotta cut the limbs off and stuff. Ethan does talk in this one, and he talked in the second one, I believe, too. The first one he didn't. In the remake he did, which made sense. It's a cool game. They're cool games. It's cool combat. I don't find them particularly creepy. I like the atmosphere, but they don't scare me like a Silent Hill or Fatal Frame. But once again, that kind of is kind of depending on the person, right? You might not think Silent Hill's creepy. You think this is creepy, you know. You don't think that's creepy, then, you know, stuff like that. But it's still a really good game. Cool series. I think this is the one that had the DLC where, like, the moon is a giant necromorph in it. Like, am I saying that right? Are they necromorphs? And it eats the earth or something. But it's still a really cool game. Just not as good as the first two, but it did some cool stuff. Dragon Age 2, I haven't played it yet. I got this one for $5 when I got Harry Potter when I was in Florida. Actually, the TV I brought back, I was playing Potter on there because I had the 360 down there at that point. My stepdad's 360 that I was bringing back. So I'm like, gives me something to do. So I played a little bit down there and I brought it back, obviously. But I haven't played this one yet. I love the first one. I love the first. The first Dragon Age is incredible. I played some Inquisition. It was all right. I've not played that new one. The second one I heard was cool, but it only takes place in like one big city. It's not open, I don't think. Let me know if I'm wrong on that, but maybe I'll get around to playing. Sonata. This was another one. This was $4 from the Antiques and Geeks. It actually is in the Xbox. I was playing some of it a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it was before we went to Florida. I played some of this back in the day. I don't know if I beat it. I can't remember. On the PS3, it was originally a 360 exclusive. Then it came to the PS3 later on. Cool game, nice art style. The graphics are nice. Your character's like sick, and the other characters come across as sick. They're like dying, and then as you start, like, I guess once you get sick and you're gonna be dying soon, like you develop powers, and you got like Chopin's in this, and I think other like historical composers and stuff. It's cool, fun combat. It's kind of like run around combat, I believe. It's not turn-based, I don't think. That's when like they were pumping out a bunch of Japan was pumping out a bunch of RPGs on the 360 for the first like 2 years. This game, a few of them ended up coming to the PS3 years, like a couple of years later, but it was this, Last Remnant, Blue Dragon, Infinite Undiscovery. There might have been a couple others as well, but it's a good one. F.E.A.R 2. Did I do a gameplay on this? I don't know. I got this from the Video Game Trade Post as well. $10. Is the receipt in here? Yes, it is. $10. When did I get it? October 9th, 23. The F.E.A.R games are awesome. I still need to play the third one. I keep meaning to get it when it goes on sale on the Xbox, and I never do. I don't know why. But you are not the point man in this one. You are a dude. Does it give him your name? Michael Beckett. But you can see Alma as well. It's creepy. These games are creepy. I find them creepy. The first-person horror games, right? The shooting's great. You can slow down time. It's fast-paced fun. First-person shooter. It's always stuff's flying all over the place. Like I said, it's creepy. She'll appear randomly and stuff. I think she's still controlling everybody. I don't know if the brother pops up, or the point man pops in this one. What's his name? Like Paxton Fentel or something. You play as him in the third one, like his spirit and the point man, I believe. Like I said, I haven't played it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes down. They're awesome games. They're great shooters, and they still hold up well. Like the combat and the gameplay still holds up well. I beat it originally, I want to say, on the PS3. I'm pretty sure that one came to the PS3. I don't know if the original one did, because I played the original on the 360, and it was also on the PC. It might have came on the PC first, and then the 360 a little bit later. Fable 3. I like this game. Some people are a little sour a little bit on it. The second one's the best in the series. Admittedly, I did not play much of the first. The second one's awesome, and a lot of people say it's the best. This one's still cool, very much the same, except like the world's gonna end, spoilers here, or get destroyed pretty badly. And the amount of money you save throughout in your little like treasure vault equals how many kind of people survive, how much of the population survives. I remember that was an interesting thing. I wanted to do more. I thought I would have more time to collect money, but all of a sudden it hit that kind of end game scenario. I was like, ah, shit, I didn't know what was coming up. Still, I enjoyed it. These games are fun. Trying to move a little faster so I don't. Final Fantasy 13 2. I picked this up, I don't know, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. It's like $15 new on Amazon. Didn't play much of it. You can break up into groups in this one, and you're doing stuff in different areas. I really like 13. People kind of shit on that one too. It's weird. A lot of the Final Fantasies people shit on, I seem to like. A lot of people liked it too, though, but it got shit. It's not universally beloved like 7, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10. 12 is pretty well liked too. 15 kind of gets shit on. I really like that one too. But I did not play a ton of it. That's lightning, right? GTA 5, we all know this game, it's still going. GTA 6 will come out in 27, most likely. It's getting pushed, I think, past 26. Maybe not, but I think it is. At the very least, we'll get delayed again. This does have a map in it, I believe, as well, yeah. Do a little map noise real quick. This came from Garage City, this one. I love the sound of like maps and posters being opened. It's GTA 5. I originally played my friend's copy for the PS3. He's like, oh, you want to borrow it? I beat it. I was like, yeah, sure. I remember it specifically because I had shingles the week I was playing it. And I didn't know what the hell it was. I'm playing it, and all of a sudden I'm like, I got like these, almost like I thought they were like zits or something, all on the back of my head, kind of down my neck. This was a very mild case, and it sucked. I thought I had a nasty fucking headache. And then I'm like, yeah, sometimes I'll get like a zit on the back of my neck, and it will cause me to get headaches. Maybe it's hitting a nerve or something, I don't know. And I was like, oh my god, this sucks. My head really hurts. My neck hurts. I'm like, this ain't a headache. I'm like, what are these bumps then? And I went to the doctor, and this was like, it was almost done at this point. The guy's like, oh my god, I think you have shingles. I'm like, aren't you supposed to get that when you're like 60? There's nothing you could do at that point. I could take, I forget what it was. Some kind of vitamin would help kind of with the scabs or something. But it was on the top of my head, the back of my head, and like down my neck. It might have been on the upper back. I can't fully remember. But it was a mild case. And it fucking sucked. I know you can get it bad. And everybody has it. You can get it more than once. If you had the chicken pox, you're going to get it. And you can get it more than once. And I heard like people that get like a bad case of it is fucking brutal. But anyway, I just remember for that. But it's you use the three people. Was it Michael, Franklin, and Trevor? You use them, and it's funny if you switch from back and forth from them. The other characters will be in random situations. Trevor's usually in weird ones where he's waking up like in his underwear on the beach. He's the completely nuts one. Michael's slightly nuts. Franklin's the most normal, and he has to deal with their shit. But it's cool though. There's cool heist missions in it. It's GTA, great world to explore, tons to do. The endings. I did the ending where each like the FBI, I think it's the FBI agent or somebody. He's like, oh, you got to kill, like one of your characters has to kill the other. I'm like, I'm not doing that because it makes no sense story wise, the way I've been playing it. But it's cool. You kill the other people's kind of enemies, their main enemies. I think the FBI got you throw in a trunk and launch into the water, and then if you get into the little submarine, you can see the ship, the car down there. I think that's him. You kill like a mob guy and somebody else. It's GTA 5. It's a fantastic game. I never played the multiplayer type stuff. That's still going strong. Great GTA Online, but single player, everything was cool. It was a great game. You can't usually go wrong with GTAs. Even though I'm not necessarily hyped for 6, you can't go wrong. I will play it when it comes out. Well, I'm probably not going to buy it immediately, but I mean, I'm definitely going to play it at some point. Halo 3 ODST. I love this game. You don't use Master Chief in this one. Use it. Is he nameless? Orbital Drop Shock Trooper? Yes. It starts off in the beginning, I believe, where you're in your pod launched out. You're in, what is it, New Mombasa? Yes, the Covenant Control City in 2552. So this game is cool because it's like, oh shit, I'm not an overpowered Spartan. I'm not Master Chief. These enemies are already a pain in the ass to begin. Well, some of them are. The elites and the hunters and stuff. Grunts and jackals are more easy to just beat the shit out of, even in this, but the brutes and stuff are tougher. But they're even more tough because you're now not the Master Chief. You get the weapon he's holding here. I think was exclusive to this game. Great soundtrack as always. Fun person gameplay. I think you don't just use this dude. You use other characters in the game as well. During like kind of scenes, almost like little episodic things in the game where you use them. It's still great Halo combat. The enemy is great. You get in vehicles and stuff. Nathan Fillion's character is in this, and his same character becomes a Spartan in Halo 5. Or at some point between this and Halo 5, he became a Spartan. Still a really cool game. Fun. It's fun. I like it because it's different. It's a little creepier too, because some towns all kind of abandoned and stuff. You're sneaking around and shit. Halo Reach, another incredible Halo. This 3, the original, and Infinite in my top 4. The first one's still my favorite. Infinite's probably my 4th favorite. This is probably 2nd. And this is probably my 3rd favorite. And 2 is really good. 2 is 5. My 5th favorite. They're all good. Admittedly, Guardians and 4 are the weakest. Guardians, in my opinion, is the weakest of all of them by far. 4's okay, but Bungie stopped making them after Reach, right? Because ODST came out before Reach. Reach is incredible. It's a sequel, a prequel. This is when Reach gets glassed. You gotta get out of there. I think Master Chief has a cameo in the end in a pod. They're like, we gotta get this guy to safety. He's gonna save everybody. But you use another. You guy doesn't talk in this, but you're in a group with other Spartans. They all go out down swinging, but they all go down, except Cat. Cat just gets sniped randomly during a cutscene by a jackal sniper. I mean, it's unexpected. You're like, holy shit. One guy, I think it's George, crashes a Covenant ship, which ended up being meaningless, I think. The one dude, I forget his name, he takes out a couple of elites before he gets driven through. Your character just can kill as many as he can at the end. And the main guy, I forget his name too, your main kind of leader of the group. I forget what he does to get taken out, but it's almost like a sacrifice too. And the sniper, I forget his name. The sniper in your group, I'm pretty sure does not die. I'm pretty sure he's in another Halo game, if not the first one. I can't remember. Someone correct me on that too. Still, it looks great. Gameplay's still great. You get some backstory on Reach and stuff. It's still a really good game. I remember it took me like 50 to 100 tries to get the one achievement where you launch off this kind of cliff. I think it's onto this elite that's hanging out down below. And you gotta, I forget how it goes, but you gotta hit him at the right time or you'll die and you kill him. I forget what it's called, the achievement. I finally got it after like close to 100 tries. Where is, oh there it is. Splinter Cell Double Agent. I played a little bit of this, it's cool. Splinter Cell. This one was also on the Xbox, I believe, as well. Cool game from what I played of it. You are a double agent in this one, so you're working for everybody. I think you end up in prison at this one too, as well. I remember. I guess I didn't play a ton of it. And here is Splinter Cell Conviction, which to me is a little more inviting. Some of the Splinter Cells can be tough. They're very kind of strict on getting caught and stuff and seen. This one's a little more lax. And it looks nice, it's cool, it's pretty brutal too. And it has a cool HUD thing where what you have to do kind of comes up in the... I think this might have been the first game that did this, and other games do it now. But like, it'll be like, oh, take this guy out, and it'll be like up on the ceiling written, take him out, and stuff like that. It was cool. It's brutal. I remember, I think you end up in a bathroom, you're just like bashing this guy into freaking urinals and sinks. And you end up in the White House at some point. The plot is, I think they're trying to take out the president or some shit. Yeah, like this. It will say, like, interrogate for answers. It will be on the thing and stuff. I remember it being a really cool game. There's multiplayer in this that I did not play. You are Sam Fisher, as always. He's still voiced by Michael Ironside at this point. Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. So you're playing as, this is made by Konami and Platinum Games. This is not a standard Metal Gear. It's still batshit crazy weird. And I don't think Kojima had anything to do with this one. But you are Raiden in this one, who was in Metal Gear Solid 2. You're now like a full-on robot. And you're slicing people up and shit. You run around. It's like Bayonetta type stuff. The other things Platinum did. Platinum did Bayonetta, right? It's fun. It's a cool game. It's over the top. It's ridiculous. It's still weird. I forget why they tell you why Raiden is like that. I don't know if he got fucked up at some point or something. I'm pretty sure what's his name had nothing to do with this, Kojima. He might have had some story involved in it. I don't know. Stuntman Ignition. Wax poetic about this game. Tons of times. It's Stuntman. You either love it or hate it. It's trial and error type shit. You're gonna be getting pissed at this game. Once you get everything down, you're gonna love it. You're gonna keep restarting to get your full top scores and everything. They're satires of other movies. I forget what this one has in it. Does this one have a Bond rip-off? That's the first one, I think that is. No, this one does have one. It's like Live Twice for Tomorrow. There's like a Batman one in this, Night Avenger. Whoopin' and Hollerin' 2 is in this one, which is like a Dukes of Hazzard rip-off. The first one's in the first Stuntman. There's one, I think that's the first one. It's like a Dante's Peak volcano disaster movie. I forget what that one's called, though. There's one that's like an action movie one. I forget what that one's called, too. And there's probably one other one I'm forgetting. But they're cool games, cool little soundtrack for them and everything. Like I said, very trial and error. You're going to get pissed. But when you get the stuff down and you're hitting the boxes, you're doing the 180 turns, you're passing the guys, you're bumping. Once you're doing everything, you're hitting the action buttons. It's really fun and cool. And you're still going to restart, but not because you're pissed. because you want to get a better score. It's like, oh, I screwed up and restart. Because the things aren't longer than like 3 to 5 minutes. They're quick. And some are fast. Wheelman. I got this at the garage sale for $1. I probably did a garage sale pickups on it. You're playing as Vin Diesel here. It's a GTA type game. Also has a map. You're in Barcelona. You're stealing cars. You're doing the you on foot and car stuff. You're doing the Pursuit Force on the PSP. You're jumping from car to car when you knock somebody out of the car, takes the car. It's pretty fun from what I played of it. So you're doing missions, on foot missions, car missions. I think I had to steal a car and get it back, kind of like GTA. Unscathed and stuff. Avoid the cops, because the cops be all over you. It's very much GTA, but not as good. But not bad. L.A. Noire. I love this game when it came out. I played it originally on 360. It was like 3 discs, I think, this fucking game. Yep. You're Cole Phelps here, played by, I forget his name. He was in Mad Men, the show, for a bit. He was in a couple movies as well. I forget his name in real. Aaron Stanton, is that his name in real life? This game at the time, and I remember, shit came out after this came out, the overtime and shit like this was insane. They never made another one. They were the developers getting, run into the ground and shit. Apparently the workplace was, awful by the end. Still a great game, though. You start off as a beat cop briefly, then you're a detective, you get knocked down. I think you're cheating on your wife, and it comes out and they knock you down to fire detective, which is cool missions. You end up in the vice department as well. I think that's where you end up. Or maybe you're in the vice and you get knocked down, then end game scenario happens. Doesn't end well for your guy. It's a noir game, LA Noire, it's noir style. This was the 40s LA. Looks nice, and at the time, the facial stuff, you would interrogate the suspects, and you'd have to look for their facial tics and stuff, and have to go by when you kind of talk to them at the crime scene and collected evidence, so you can be like, nope, that was wrong, and you get them on that and stuff, and you get I think you get graded on it. Looked really nice. You're going around. There's some car chases as well, and on-foot chases also in this gun combat. But I remember loving it, man, and playing the hell out of it, and really thinking, holy shit, this is peak graphics and stuff. It probably still looks good at this point. But I got this one in a garage sale as well. I think this was $1. Lego. I got it for Lego Indiana Jones, and it's also Kung Fu Panda. It's a dual pack. But they still make them, but Lego Indiana Jones is fantastic. It's a great Lego game. Lego games go by if you like the franchise, you're gonna like it more. They're still fun games if you don't. But if you really like them, you're going to play them for hours on end, getting all the new characters and replaying the levels repeatedly. So if you're into Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or Indiana Jones or Pirates of the Caribbean or Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, whatever that one was called, Harry Potter, you're going to like it based on that. And there's a bunch of other ones. I've not played Kung Fu Panda, but I enjoyed it. I played it originally on the PS3. And I remember at the time it was hard to get for some reason. I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find it at a couple of GameStops. I think I finally got it at Game Crazy might have had it. I'm trying to think if Circuit City was still open at the time. Toys R Us might have been. Yeah, Toys R Us I believe was, and they didn't have it either because I would have went there. But anyway, and the last game is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I like this game. I'm pretty sure I did gameplay on this. Yes, I did, because I kept playing it afterwards, and I'm like, oh wow, it was the end of the game, 10 minutes later. Cool game. You're exploring Hogwarts. You're playing through the movie. You're collecting stuff. Potion making, and this was really cool. I think I did one in the gameplay. You gotta do certain things and pick the certain things and use the thumbstick to spin the thing inside there and shit. And put the right things in and stuff. It's really cool. This game was a lot of... you're on the broomstick a lot. You have to do... this is how this game went. You do some broomstick action where you're flying around. Then you're making a potion. Then you get into some combat. You're getting into a duel with somebody. And dueling was pretty fun. Then you do... it's almost a lot of that. You're running around, duel, on your broomstick, flying around, potions. It was a lot of that, repeatedly, and then some random stuff in between. Still a pretty enjoyable game. I feel weird right now, so I'm going... It's the end. Thank you. Thank you. Thank God it's the end. I got like a weird feeling right there, though. But anyway, once again, if you enjoy this, watch it. We'll keep doing the Whispering Collection vids. The original Xbox One did gangbusters. I'm hoping this one does well, too. And yeah, thanks for checking this out. And have a good day.